Hi, how are you?
I'm doing okay.
Hi, I'm Crystal. I'm the nurse here at Crystal's Hospital, located here in Atlanta. So what brings you here?
I had a fall off my bike last night. Kind of messed up my right hand and my right hip. Got a lot of swelling in my right hand here, and my hip is kind of bruised. I think I may have a deep bruise, maybe a fracture. I'm not for sure, but
Oh,
in a lot of pain.
okay. Let me see. I'll definitely get someone to Let me get you some nurse. I see you have this IV in your hand. Hey, Jessica, can we get 2 milligrams of Toradol, please, for him? Thank you. So tell me what your pain is on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being excruciating pain.
I would say about a 7.
Oh wow, okay. And is it can you describe the pain for me?
It's like a sharp pain, like a sharp pain running through my hand, and like I said, with my hip, I think it's kind of swollen. It's just I'm just in a lot of pain right now. I really can't describe it other than like what you just asked me on a scale of 1 to 10. It's a 7. As far as my hand, as far as my hip, it's about the same.
Okay, about a 7. All
Right.
right, we'll definitely get you some medication. I want you to keep that extremity in your hand as still and as straight as possible. Okay.
All
So
right.
I'm just gonna do just a quick health assessment and history to know a little bit about your background.
Okay.
So when did this accident actually happen?
Last night was doing a little training. Ride bikes, constantly just for health
Okay.
purposes. And next thing I know, I was hit a bump and it just kind of got away from me. And next thing I know, I was on the ground.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Were you wearing a helmet?
Yes, I was.
Okay, great, great, great. I'm glad to hear that because it actually could have been worse.
Yeah,
Okay. So, you stated that the location of the pain is your hand, your right wrist, and your right thigh.
that's right.
Okay, all right. Do you have any swelling or anything?
Just on my hand, with my hip, it's just kind of bruised, like a deep bruise. Some skin tissue is torn there, so I just want to figure out exactly what's going on with that.
Okay. And tell me, are the symptoms better? Is the pain worse now,
It's
or is
worse.
it better?
It's worse. That's one of the reasons I came to the hospital.
Okay, even with movement, it gets worse.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So tell me what type of impact this has had on your daily life activities as far as work. Do you work?
Yeah, I work, and right now I'm not able to work because of this pain. I just want to try to get this situated so I can go back to work and get back to some normalcy.
Okay. All right. And we'll definitely get an excuse for you because
Okay.
you need it. We can't have you at work like that.
All right.
All right. And just to get some past medical history, do you have any type of history of hypothyroidism, diabetes, high blood pressure?
No, none of that. I'm
Okay.
a fairly healthy young man. No diabetes, no hypertension, no or whatever you just said, hypothyroidism and whatever. I'm pretty. I try to stay active for the most part, so I'm doing okay. Just had my most recent doctor visit was two weeks ago, so everything seemed to be fine.
Okay, great. And let me ask you about have you had any bone breaks before or fractures?
I've had a simple fracture on my right hand here, and my pinky finger. That was like 15 years ago.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. So did they heal up pretty
that
good?
healed up pretty nicely. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Tell me about bone loss. It says here that you're 72 years of age. Um, do you um, do you have a history of bone loss at
No,
all?
no, not
Any
at
type
all.
of deficiencies,
No,
mineral deficiencies in vitamin C or D?
I'm not taking any medications right now.
Okay. All right. No problem. And let me ask you about your social history. Do you have any family here now? Any family support?
Yes,
Okay. You
I have
do?
a son.
Okay. Great. 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 All right. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do a focus exam to take a look at what we have here. Okay.
Okay.
So first, I'm gonna look at your hand.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna move it up and down, and just tell me you're gonna feel some discomfort, but tell me if I need to stop. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna do a little bit of range of motion in your elbow. How is that?
That's fine. Other than my hand, my
Oh,
elbow is fine. The only thing that's bothering me, like I said, it's my hand and my hip for right now.
okay. And
Okay.
let me just move your arm up and down. How does that feel?
That's fine.
Okay. Can you wiggle your hands for me? Your fingers for
Yes,
me?
just a little bit.
Okay. And I'm gonna check the capillary refill
Okay.
on his hands, which is less than 3 seconds. Okay, and let me compare it to this hand. Does it seem a little shorter? They seem about even, and I'm gonna do the range of motion with this left arm. How does that
I'm
feel?
fine. Nothing hurting
All
on the
right.
left side.
Okay. Can you wiggle these hand fingers for
Yeah,
me?
that's
All
fine.
right, great.
Mm-hmm.
Check the capillary refill. All right, I see no swelling in the left hand. Um, Refill is less than 3 seconds, but there is a little slight swelling in the right hand. Okay.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna take a look at this right thigh. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Try not to move it a lot. I know you're in a lot of pain. Okay. It looks like the skin is broken for about 3 centimeters in length. All right. Looks like there's a little bit of swelling. Okay. Can you move your leg up and down for me? Okay,
Hurts.
all right, we're gonna keep that straight. Can you wiggle your toes for me?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna check his pulses in his leg. All right, point two, plus two, I'm sorry. All right, feet, plus two, okay. And it looks about the same when I compare it to the left leg. All right, can we move this one just so you don't have to move it too much? I just need to see that it can bend and move.
Yeah.
Okay. That is great. All right, let me jot some notes down. All righty. So just to let you know and give you some background information, I'm just gonna tell you a little bit about the musculoskeletal system. Um, Basically, it provides for form and support and stability for the body. It's basically made up of cartilage, tendons, and ligaments. You want to make sure, when I was asking about those specific minerals, you want to make sure that you have an adequate amount of calcium and phosphorus. That's why I was asking you, do you take calcium supplements? Because a lot of times, the older you get, um, men aren't are not as in an increased risk of getting bone loss than women, but you still develop bone loss. That's just a part of aging. Um, but you just have to make sure that vitamin D and vitamin C is on board and they're at good levels in your body. You have tissues that basically connect the tissues connect the ligaments to bones, and the muscles keep the bones in place and provide for movement, and joints connect the bones. So then we have the cartilage as well that prevents the bones from rubbing together, and the ligaments connects the end of the bones together to form different joints. And the reason why I was asking you all these questions about your history, because it's very important. A lot of times, even with family history, which I didn't touch on too much. Do you have a family history of like vitamin D deficiency?
No.
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 Okay. All right. Or any type of bone issues
No.
at all?
No.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because a lot of times it can be genetically, and it can run in the family. So we have to ask you about that. Now, I can't diagnose a fracture just by looking at it, but I do see that something is wrong with your hand and your hip. So we're gonna do a couple of diagnostic tests. All right. The first test, and all of these are non-invasive. The first test will be an X-ray, which we're gonna get in a couple of minutes. Where we look to see, they rule out broken bones and osteoporosis. Okay? And also, we're going to get a bone density test because of your age. So that's basically like an X-ray. It's just a low-dose X-ray. And we're going to look at the density of your bones. Okay, and see if you're at risk of getting fractures. We're also going to run some blood tests here. We're going to do vitamin D tests. And then, if everything turns out great, we're going to get an MRI or CT scan. So that means you won't have any fractures, but we're going to see if there's any type of underlying tissue, tendons or ligaments that are damaged, or nerves, because that's very important. And after that, if we see something on there, you might have to go to surgery. I'm sorry to tell you. I know you're a very active man, but you might have to do surgery. So I do have a partner who's an orthopedic surgeon who's in the group. Now give him a call. You'll He'll look at your X-rays, your MRIs, or CT scans, or whatnot. Look at all your diagnostic tests, and then he'll take it from there and proceed with the surgery. And hopefully after that you get some physical therapy, and then you'll be back to riding your bike again up the mountain. So hopefully this time you'll be a little careful, okay?
Alrighty.
All right. Oh my goodness, that's just my team paging me. Hold on 1 second. All right, I'll be down there in the ER shortly. Okay. Yeah, it seems like everybody's breaking bones nowadays. Have another patient who just got in another bike accident. So, do you have any questions for me?
No, let's get the show on the road. I'm ready to get out of here.
Okay, I see they gave you some pain medication. Is that helping well?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, and the nurse is going to come in here and she's going to put a dry dressing over it because I don't want you, I don't need that area exposed. I see that the skin is broken.
Okay.
Okay? Alrighty, so it was nice meeting you, and it was the pleasure of speaking with you.
Right.
And I'll speak with you later, okay?
All right.
All right, thank you.
All right.